is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Saturday, July 9th, 2022, a little after 3 p.m. Eastern. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do, Mark Twain. In order for us to experience anything, we intend it. So we move the molecules and the energies into place. The universe delivers it. And it's all about moving energy into form, creating it into reality, and experiencing it, manifesting. Manifesting our life dream requires everything we've got. We must choose to be 100% devoted to the vision of what we desire. Completely honest with ourselves about why we want it, and understand what it's actually going to give us once we get it. Those are crucial understandings. There must be a deep sense of self-worth and integrity within ourselves that we deserve to have this dream and know the universe will support us in making it manifest. Once we are crystal clear on these aspects, we can easily step over our long list of all too important excuses and start having real fun manifesting everything we want in our lives. The only reason we don't have everything our heart desires in this life is because we have bought into some excuse about why we cannot have it. We procrastinate, hesitate, and avoid taking inspired actions because we believe we don't have the confidence, time, energy, or power to make it happen. The real reason why we are stuck in Excuseville is because we are not fully in touch with our deepest pain and greatest joy around the desire we wish to manifest. Pain and joy are two of the most powerful motivators we have. When we feel our greatest emotional pain, as well as our highest joy, life gets really juicy. Our pain pushes us to step out of our velvet rut to make radical changes happen, and our joy, excitement, and passion for our life initiates that creative fire to give birth to something new. Once we can be with all the pain and joy hidden inside us, we will see there is nothing left to fear and awaken from any excuse that makes us feel small, stuck, and powerless. A real deep contentment inside our soul is discovered when these opposing yet complementary energies are brought to the surface to be felt, seen, and heard. Pain and joy are inevitable, yet suffering is optional. Michael Beckwith, Reverend. Our emotions and feelings are the fuel that skyrocket us into manifesting the life of our dreams. Yet, when it comes to the steering wheel to reach our destination, we must choose to have impeccable integrity with our word. This simply means that we consistently do what we say we are going to do and say what we will do. When we announce that I'm going to do X, Y, Z on this day and follow through with it, we form a more trustworthy bond within our own being. This creates an energetic root in the physical world that makes it easier to magnetize more dreams in the future. When your world is based in a solid sense of honesty and integrity towards who you are, the universe tends to bend over backwards to make your dreams manifest. When you're 100% impeccable with your word, amazing things just manifest out of the blue. Integrity with yourself means to have integrity with the universe. The universe can trust you more because you trust yourself more. Everyone can feel the level of self-trust you are living at and will interact with you based on this vibration. When the trust in yourself is at its maximum, life feels amazing. You know you're on the right path and that nothing can stop you. The universe responds to you with more positive feedback and results, taking your vibration higher with each day, making it effortless to manifest your dreams. Now, I've talked with many people and coached many people through the years. I've worked with countless numbers of people who have shared their greatest life dreams as well as their most emotionally challenging excuses for why they were stuck, broke, unable to manifest their dream life. Now, I'd say that the one thing everyone had in common was that they were so extremely creative about their story of stuckness. Their list of reasons for why they could not manifest their dream life were more emotionally powerful than their joy for making something new happen. Their excuses were filled with fear, drama, and always on repeat. The more they told everyone in their lives about what was blocking them, why they felt stuck, the more they complained about how hard it was to get unstuck. They simply couldn't see how this repetitive broken excuse record was creating their negative brain chemistry and making it more challenging to think creatively about a positive future. You have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of your own blessing. Elizabeth Gilbert. When it comes down to truly being free from all your excuses, there is only one thing you need to be vigilant about in each moment. Are you focusing on what you want or on what you don't want? Are you thinking positive thoughts and choosing to engage in more positive feelings? Or are you choosing to stay in those old, comfortable, negative thoughts, feelings, and stories about you? The thoughts we think become the chemical building blocks in our brain, which either cause us to fall down into the muck or climb up to reach the stars. If you would choose to think only 1,000 positive thoughts in a row for the next 24 hours, this would instigate a new chemical foundation in your brain that would make it 100 times easier to manifest the life of your dreams or the rest of this year. Another necessary factor in creating positive brain chemistry is having a raw, organic, vegan diet, believe it or not. Not many people can do that. Exercising daily and meditating daily. These essential habits shift your brain so deeply that they will not allow your mind to entertain doubts, fears, or excuses for very long. When these three core disciplines become the foundation of your life for 90 days in a row, you will feel like you could manifest golden capsules in the sky. By rising above your most wonderful excuses stopping you from taking on these three magical disciplines, you will form the most powerful, energetic foundation to manifest any dream your heart desires. If you want to radically transform your life, start feeling super creative, deeply inspired, spiritually enlightened, emotionally empowered, financially abundant, and totally free. There's one simple thing you'll want to do. Make the choice to drop your excuses and integrate these three core disciplines into your life. The daily practice of 20 minutes of physical exercise, 20 minutes of quiet mind meditation, and eating raw veggies and fruits all day long for 90 days will transform you completely. I guarantee it. This is pure self-care that will uplift your energy and consciousness, which dramatically increases your ability to manifest anything you want. A few common excuses that I've heard might sound like, I don't have the time or energy. I am not a disciplined person. I don't like to exercise. I'm too old and out of shape. I've tried meditating many times and it didn't work. It's boring to sit and do nothing. Remember, an excuse is a proclamation of your lack of power. Drop it. Fill the empty hole with the curiosity, courage, and decision to create any reality you want. By holding on to your excuses, you create more difficulty in awakening the manifesting magnet within you. You are the constant illumination that lights up both the experiences and the void from admiration. Who we truly are is the light of pure spirit, an unlimited radiant awareness, the infinite source of divine consciousness, which cannot be defined by anything you can write on a piece of paper. Every excuse you have created is a limiting belief you've placed on top of and clouded this divine light. In fact, any positive or negative belief we cling to only implies that who we are is something limited and not unlimited. Any belief we entertain that is disconnected from the truth that we are infinite souls who never die is going to block our energy and needs to be recognized as some form of fabrication of the greater truth. Excuses only have power over us when we give them power. If we believe something is true, then it becomes our living, breathing reality on every dimension. The mind is such a limiting thing, yet so extremely powerful. It is like placing a finger over your eye. It can block out the entire world of possibilities and options. The reason why we are not living our dream life every day is because we've given our excuses more energy, power, and credibility than our joy for manifesting our dream life. It's that simple. Our excuses hypnotize the mind to continue to believe we will remain broke, struggling in our relationships, energetically tired, emotionally empty, and feeling powerless about our lives. If you do not have mastery of your mind, you cannot know the mastery of existence. If you do not have mastery of your mind, you cannot know the mastery of existence. Yogi Bhajan. To step out of our excuses, we must choose to embrace the fear of change. We must choose to stop forgetting that we are infinite spiritual beings who will live forever. We must become aware that we cannot cling to anything in this world because everything is always changing. We must choose to wake up, hold on to the real, which does not change. That which is real, spirit, brings us deep peace, joy, and contentment to our heart and soul. The controlling ego would somehow rather remain stuck in a comfortable, old, miserable habit, continuing to be lazy and settling for less. Don't let your lazy ego destroy your life. Take the risk to try something different, explore something new, and decide to manifest your ultimate dream. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing we care to do, first thing always, relax the body. Everybody tries to relax the body in different ways. To go on vacation, R&R from R&R. And for some reason, maybe for a little bit of the time, we were successful with relaxing the body. But as soon as we allow incoming mental, the mind coming in, ego mind, then that's dispersed. We get tense, sometimes irritable, frustrated, stressed. These are all avenues of out there. So we focus on our breath. Easy and slowly in through the nose and easy and slowly out through the mouth. You listen to the breath. You drop into the heart mind, not the ego mind. You leave the ego mind alone. You leave the subconscious, unconscious mind, all of it alone. Leave it alone. By focusing on the breath and being in the now, all of that is not there. All the mind chatter, Not there. We all put out over 60,000 thoughts a day. They're not there. We have tens of millions and billions of thoughts that float by like clouds in the sky. And they're as programs. They're not ours. They're not there. And the body it's like this. It's like a warehouse, right? Storage unit. And we store all of our stress, anxiety, and fear that we don't face with, that we don't disperse and let go of. In other words, we have attachment to it. So we store stress, fear, anxiety, worry, anger, hatred, greed, manipulation, all of that in these bodies. And it just depends. Each of us store it in different ways. And it's not like we're aware of it. It's there. And through the years, as time goes by, a lot of us will experience biological breakdowns. Because we store all this stuff in the body. It could be the neck, right? Lower back, hands, feet, eyes, ears. It's funny how many places people store their frustrations, anxieties. But when we focus on the breath, everything just kind of lets go. A lot of things that we hold on to disappear. You can tell when the body begins to let go, relax. Many of us bunch our shoulders at different degrees and stuff, and we don't know it until we draw attention. You just look at see if my shoulders are bunched up at all. See if they're tense. Because we have the body has all these reactions. It's just that we just don't notice many of them. It's like the body say, well, you don't need this stress. Right? Let's get rid of it. And see, being in the now is the one place the ego mind doesn't exist. It's not there. That's like, 20 or so minutes of meditation every day is crucial. Shifting the diet, a lot of people won't do that. Exercise. And you see, the ego mind will try everything it can to get you out of the now. That's why many of us, if not all of us, spend 98% out there and 2% in here. If that. You know when you're relaxed, you can tell the body's at ease, not distressed, diseased. And it's important, excuse me, it's important, very important, that we practice at all times being gentle, kind, generous, and humble with ourselves. I've witnessed people just absolutely eviscerate themselves over very trivial things. Also, being the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude. You go into gratitude. That's the key. You stay in gratitude no matter what's happening with you. You stay in gratitude. So at the time, see, because we all float off. Every one of us float off at time. You focus on something in the now. Next thing you know, you're over here. And it's not a biggie because when you float it off, and you say, I'll focus on my breath, and I'll be in the now. And you'll be in the now every time you do that. 3,000% of the time. Now, we all reminisce, or, we got memories, we got life experiences, and some of them really fun, really enjoy them. And at times we'll get carried there. We'll visit them. We'll visit our past. And we enjoy it. And then what we kind of, we use our experiences at times, references. It's like you did something that didn't work, you will reference it and say, maybe if I try it this way, it'll work. Or you enjoyed a vacation, or you enjoyed to get together, you enjoyed a certain experience that was wonderful, and it something you would like to do again. You see, we have the unconscious mind, and that it records everything. From the time you enter that baby body onward, it records everything. Not only you and what you're about doing, but everything else around you. It never stops recording. And also, it plays back. Plays back events and experiences and stuff randomly, right? So this is why a lot of times you'll be in a place, or you'll be traveling somewhere or doing something, and it comes over and you say, boy, this really seems familiar. It's almost as if I've done this before, or I've been here before. And you have. And the subconscious is playing it back. It could be this lifetime, or past lifetimes, or future lifetimes. Now, we all have a great home. There's all kinds of resources. Endless, right? And we go there on occasion. Nostalgia, reminiscing, memories, experiences. Usually we open the door, turn on the light. Now, when you walk into a room, a lot of us don't realize it, but we flash our eyes at the ceiling and the walls, right? We do that in our great hall. The thing is that we don't see any walls or ceilings because it's so darn vast. Nevertheless, we'll go to some drawers and some shelves, and we'll pick up some movies and pictures and books, and we'll go sit in an easy chair, and we'll see a rectangle, white rectangle, just floating in the air, and we'll watch some movies, read some of the books, look at some of the pictures. And we'll have a good time. But we don't stay there. We don't belabor. We'll do that and have fun, and then we'll put everything away in its proper place. Turn off the light, shut the door, and move forward in life. And on occasion revisit. But some of us, unconsciously, will stay there a long time. And we end up taking the past, bringing it into a future that doesn't exist, creating that future from that past, reliving that past and that future. You'd be surprised how many people will say, no matter what we do, we always seem to be here, end up here. Now, you picture yourself, you're standing in front of three paths. And all of us are in the center to begin with, the now. And you see how these paths are, and the trees that form golden canopies over each path, and the shimmering branches, leaves, bark, and the path itself is a brilliant emerald green, flaming grass, appears to be grass. And of course, we visited the past. We do that. The only difference in these paths is that yesterday, the one on the left path, is really worn. One on the right, tomorrow, the future, is really worn. One in the center, the now, almost looks brand new. And we know why this is, because the ego mind tries everything it can to keep us out of the now. It does a pretty darn good job of it. So we'll go into the future. none of us are exempt from it. We'll wander off into the future. We just kind of, and then you've got the ego mind pushing you, poking you, pulling you, hurrying you, trying to get you, go in the future. You go into the future, you're looking for something. You want to know something. You want to know something about you. Could be anything. There's all kinds of external authority. You have astrologers, card readers, tea leaf readers, palm readers, crystal readers, pendulum. I mean, there's so many. Numerology. And so you'll go to somebody and you'll seek information. And it doesn't necessarily go in this order, but it's usually about money. One of them's about money. Another one is about love, relationships. And another one is about well-being, health. There's some people will say, when am I going to meet my other half, my second half, my soulmate, right? So you give them, you give them a reading. The external authority gives them a reading, tells them that, within a month, you're going to come into contact randomly with someone who will match your desires and needs, and vice versa. And you'll be swept off your feet. And so you usually get about 3 answers, 3 different responses to that, right? And the first person would say, not a big deal. They're pessimistic and they don't have much faith in themselves and trust, and so they'll just blow it off. Say, oh, well, thank you, and that's it. The second person will go, will just go bonkers, almost obsessively so. Write a date down, and count the hours and the days as to when they believe that they have put in there on when it's going to happen, where it might happen, and how. And then they put attachments to the outcome of it and along the way expectations. So they follow it white on rice. Now, the third person has great trust in themselves, confidence through the heart mind, and great trust and confidence in the universe for manifesting. So when they hear this, they know. They absolutely know. And they don't really visit it. They might give it a little bit more detail, and then they just leave it alone. Now, out of those 3 people, the first one, very, very, very slim chance that it will ever manifest for him. The second one, it doesn't, because of the fixation, attachment to the outcome, and expectations push it away. The third one, absolutely. It will come into their lives just perfectly at the right timing, everything. You see, it all boils down to our intent. How, right, we wish to live our lives. It's not up to anybody else. There's no being out there that's influencing you. The only being is the one within you. Now, we have a lot of parts of ourselves, the gods that we are, since we're not separate, right? And some of those parts are stone cold asleep. You could throw them into a tub of ice water, and they wouldn't wake up. Then we have parts of ourselves that are awake, consciously aware to a certain extent. Which consciously aware means is that we know that we are of and from the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, and purest of the purest purest, eternal love. And we deeply love those parts of ourselves, the gods that we are, that are awake, and as well as the ones that are asleep. Now, we're everywhere. Eventually, there will be many of us that discover that with the journey within, that since we are everywhere, and we're part of everything, the gods that we are, eventually you'll be able to blink in and blink out anywhere in the galaxy, the universe, or anywhere, period. You'd be in one place more than one place at one time. This is a deep understanding of who and what we are. See, we experience this illusion of separation all the time. You know, with our eyes see, we think it's separate, and everything's separate from us. And that's the illusion. So if you begin to understand that every life form houses a God within it. Every life form. Doesn't matter if it's a blade of grass or a leaf on a tree. And we focus, right, our intent, collective consciousness, on this planet. And we say that it's time to liberate it. It's to eliminate the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. You know, the pure evil, the souls that have taken in too much darkness. Permanently. Globally. And that's what we're doing. And we're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one. And we're all love. And we're all God. And our God, force, love, light, energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Continues to intensify, grow, and expand. So we form a massive white fire circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. It emanates from the gods that we are within these bodies. It's pure, deep, eternal love, the highest of the highest high vibrational frequency. And we're not talking about romantic love. We're talking way beyond that. Way, way, way beyond that. Way, way, way. And we're flooding, saturating, and permeating this planet, infinity and beyond. Right in this now. On it, in it, above and below it. There's no escape. Now, this light, this circle of light, it's white fire light, it is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. You could take 1 trillion suns, group them all together, they would pale in comparison to this light. I guarantee you that. Now, we begin to ascend above the planet, we're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. Now, it's not like anything we could look at here. It's way beyond that. But we take things that we're familiar with on this planet and we combine them, such as a grand finale fireworks display and a grand finale laser light show display and the ballroom globe with perfectly etched mirrors. You shine light on it and floods the area with light. Combine them all. Of course, we intensify them 1 trillion times. And we combine them into one massive crescendo, one burst of light. A massive, crystal clear, multicolored spread of light in the sacredness of space. Glittering, glowing, reflecting. And that's about as near as we come to defining it. And we notice little mirrors, which are everywhere, right? They're the sparkle, the glitter. And we notice that they're microscopic perfectly as we enter them, of course. And we discover that all of us, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, are teaching each other, learning, progressing. Now, those of us who are, 98% out there in the material physical world are going to miss most of that. The ones that have chosen to go within, the 2% so far, won't miss it. It's a whole different way of being. And so you look at things and you say to yourself, wonder what it would be like to be that. Or what is that teaching me? What is it showing me? What is it reminding me of? And you'll always get an answer. And maybe the answer is a lot different than what you were looking for. Different varieties of trees teach us how to fare the life. And cats, dogs, different animals, birds. Bugs. They're all teaching us something. Always. Everything is finitely engineered. It's not random. It's like, have you ever had a butterfly cross your path? Right? More than once. Or fly around, come back, fly around. And you kind of feel light. Or a dragonfly comes up and sits there and hovers right in front of you and stares at you. A lot of messengers. People walk into your life, maybe for 20 seconds, maybe for a minute. Who knows? Maybe for 10 years. You don't know. And they're teaching you something. They're there to teach you something. And quite possibly you're there to teach them something. Now, we, the God in these bodies, create columns of light to remind us of things. We're met with Archangel Raphael. Raphael's carrying a brilliant, omnipotently powerful, emerald green, flaming, healing light. This reminds us, the gods that we are in these bodies, that we, the gods in these bodies, are the power of healing these bodies. Then we have Archangel Michael, who's carrying violet, blue, purple, flaming light. And that's to remind us, the gods that we are, of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we have the white fire light. Collectively, we've created this light to remind us all that we are imbued with a white fire armor. Emanates from the gods that we are within these bodies. It's pure, deep, eternal love, the highest and the highest high vibrational frequency. And so, as long as we maintain that frequency, we are impervious and totally protected from demon possession, attachments, all kinds of things. Yet, only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency, consciously or unconsciously, low enough, through hatred, anger, greed, fear, revenge, dishonesty, manipulation, worry, stress, fear, hurriedness, you will lower your vibrational frequency low enough, creating a breach in your white fire armor, allowing all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Then there's avenues of demon possession, attachments, and many other things. So if you decide to do this, We have fail-safes, the gods that we are in these bodies that we created. So we create a double column of light. First part of the column is a purple transmuting flame. This reminds us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are, no more. Second part of the column of light that we created is the violet ray. This reminds us that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame, cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our vibrational harmony to the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal gratitude, peace, love. We are then met with golden white pink light. We, the gods of these bodies, created this light to remind us all that we are the sun. We are the sunlight. We are the rain and the rainbows. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the animals. We are the trees, the forests, the soils. We are the clouds in the sky. We are everything, and everything is us. Now, of course, when you're in the third dimensional in material physical world, you will view a sunset or a rainbow as being beautiful and separate from you. And it's through the ego mind. Through the heart mind, you would look at that same view and you would say to yourself, that's the God that I am. That rainbow over there, that's the God that I am. And that ocean view, that's the God that I am. So it's through the heart mind recognizing that you're part of everything. Everything's a part of you. Now we all continue to ascend above this planet. Some of us decide to step outside our physical form if we're carrying physical form, hover effortlessly above it. The reason we do this is because we can, and it's really fun. Now we come into full contact with this massive crystalline-like tower. We, the gods, created this tower. Larger than the solar system and beyond. In the center of it, we see this oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere, we see this golden white ball of light. It, in turn, is surrounded by multicolored rings of light that seem to go to infinity and beyond. This, in turn, creates this massive, vibrant, super bright, white, multicolored, flashing, sparkling cloud. Like a mist. It's absorbed through our heart minds. It feels like a warm embrace that never ends. Now we discover that the golden white ball of light is the highest of the highest high, the deepest of the deepest deepest, the purest of the purest purest, eternal love, gratitude, well-being, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, massive prosperity, and massive abundance. And all of this is a reflection of the gods that we are within these bodies. Now, at the top of this column, we designed it so the gods that we are in these bodies, designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down, 360 degrees, 24/7, infinity and beyond. Saturating, permeating, and flooding this planet, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe. There is no escape, on, in, above, or below. And what is the golden ocean? Pure, deep, eternal love. Highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies. We are drops of this golden ocean. we also hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is the drops of the golden ocean, and the only illusion is separation. Now, we also see our meditative sphere. We, the gods in these bodies, created this sphere over 4 years ago. It's heading towards 1,900 meditations and perpetual motion. That's what it holds. These meditations are intensifying, growing, strengthening, and expanding. They are of the highest of the highest of the highest high intent. And this planet is absolutely being flooded, saturated, permeated with this deep, pure, eternal love. Everywhere. It's not intermittent, it's not temporary, it's infinity and beyond. Hundreds of millions of us on and off world gathered in focus of the complete liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya. Period. Permanently removing, vaporizing pure evil. Right? Lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. Souls that literally have absorbed too much darkness. And that means permanently never to return. This is global wide. It is happening now. That's why the sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever, continues to grow, intensify, and expand. Now, anytime you wish to see, feel through the heart-mind, you know just what's going on. Focus on the breath. Listen to the breath. Move into the heart-mind. And float and just be a watcher. Not a judger, a watcher. And through the heart-mind, it's motion picture, you'll see what we, the gods in these bodies, have created to vaporize all of this lower dark matter, survival matter frequency. And we created in the atmosphere alone, as you walk the surface of the planet and further all the way up to the sky, this golden white pink shimmering, you can walk through it, it's opaque, but you can see it everywhere. And this is pure, deep, eternal love. And so you see all this rogue AI, pure goop, dark matter, you see pure evil, you see lower dark matter, survival matter frequency, and they're all being vacuumed off the planet. And you watch because you can see them being literally ascending. And as they do, they're disintegrating in this field of pure, deep, eternal love. They're disintegrating. And if any of them do make it to the sky, and the sky we've created is a super bright golden white pink light that you wouldn't look straight on with the eyes that we have with these bodies. It's so brilliant. So any of the remnants of the evaporation of these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to get up to the sky, it's one flash and they're completely gone. They're vaporizing into nothingness. Permanently. And as this is lifted and the veil of evil is disintegrated, we began the process of a higher dimensional frequency, a God planet, because literally, look at how many gods in physical form there are on this planet. Look at the variety of vessels to inhabit and experience. So this, believe it or not, this is a God planet, right? And we're transforming it into a paradise. So, a God planet paradise. No evil will ever again be able to even come close to this planet because it will vaporize. The field will be a deep, eternal love that continues to intensify and expand. Their frequencies are much too low to survive that high frequency. And this entire planet will glow with it. So any evil will pass on by and not dare even come into the outer fringes, because they'll know it'll be vaporized with pure, deep, eternal love. Enlightenment comes from consciously being in touch with the core of your experience. This core is where we evolve our consciousness. Search for the center core of your experience. This means that you drop out of your head and into your body, feeling what is truly happening inside it. Bring your attention into the center of your body throughout the day and welcome whatever shows up in there. Feel your heart and belly deeply. Move so, more so than ever before. Let this begin the path inwards, where we all discover the core of self-realization. Explore what it's like to truly live and breathe each breath, being in touch with the center of your being, the God, the higher self, the spirit, the heaven, the kingdom of God, pure consciousness. I'll join you in the meditation and I'll return to close us out. take an easy, slow breath in through the nose and an easy, slow breath in, slow breath out through the mouth. Be still. There are no accidents or coincidences in this world. Nothing is by chance. Nothing. It is all reflection, indication, expression, and manifestation of our body-mind's vibration. Our vibration is determined by the thoughts and feelings we choose to experience, which are also being sent out into the universe. Our body-mind is like a massive radio tower that emails a personal signature energy, which is constantly being received by the universe. Positive feelings, thoughts, create easy, healing, and satisfying experiences, while negative thoughts, feelings, attract situations that leave us with a dark, lonely, and impoverished experience. For today, hold your attention on the most powerful vibration there is, love. Start by tuning your radio tower so it's working at 100% by practicing self-love. Love yourself, no matter what happens today. This commitment releases all negative possible accidents from entering your vibrational field. You'll win every battle with pain, poverty, and failure. Imagine what it will be like to be self-loving and self-accepting for the next 24 hours. Take this with you for the rest of the day and the evening and night and the following morning. We will return here Sunday, July 10th, 2022, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation